democracy. Radio democracy. On news, views, and entertainment. The true voice of the people. Radio D, to you there's no equal. Second to none. Make you think you're still number one. You are the voice of the voiceless. You are the choice of the voiceless. Sure. Check it out. Check it. They teach and preach but good governance. You want to see the country advance. You know that party stand for democracy. You give everybody a chance. 98.1 Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy 98.1. We believe in no political party. We have no region. We have no tribe. We believe not in social or class standing. We believe in democracy. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in good governance. We believe in people. Our people. We believe in Sierra Leone. Peace. From me, Jimmy B. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in the rule of law. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. Radio Democracy. For news, views, and entertainment. Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
little chance for a marker now. Sierra Leone with a magnificent equalizer.
Cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Europe. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Put the mic on.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Sports Update Extra, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. My name is Jaffa Mans Davis, and today inside this edition of the program, we pay attention to controversies in the Lenrock Premier League for 2025-2026 league season, where after investigation and decision from the disciplinary committee, it looked like we gonna forget another replay match where go mean say if the results change or go any other way for one of the teams, them another team where we don't get safety in that league, they go likely forget relegation ahead of the 2026-2027 league season. You will know more about this inside this edition of the program, and also we will take with them for talk about Western United Football Club as they prepare for get their first ever taste of top flight football in the country. What does this mean for them? How preparation like, and waiting at the intention of a club like Western United coming into the league for the first time. Same way so for the international scene, Fambul, we go take on to some of the top draws them for different clubs inside the UEFA Champions League draw wey don be done yesterday. For people wey dey support Arsenal, Manchester, Liverpool, Madrid, Barca, Paris Saint-Germain, Man City, and the list go on. No worry, just sit tight as by that time we go over for Gilna all of una fixtures them and the team they will get for play inside this edition of the UEFA Champions League. And for help we talk more at the studio on the different things that we look at for we discussion segment at this program, we get Raymond Ali, one of the public relations officer for Western United Football Club. Good morning and welcome to this edition of the program. Yes, plenty. Thank you for joining me today inside this edition. Continue for still 3 where we go come back to you. But Famble, yourself for the listen or the watch we from however they get to it from. Remember, say you able for be part of this edition. By where you go use the number 077-981-981. The number again now 077-981-981 for add the voice to the different team them. What would they look at inside this edition of the program? Or you can join the conversation on Radio Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. Also, you can able for ask questions, make your contribution, for be part of this edition and add the voice to the different team them. What would they look at inside this edition of the program Sports Update Extra? Now, controversies don't meet we for the 2025-2026 Leroy Premier League season. We mean say the season will be happen. We mean play the last national top flight league not quite done yet because of one decision where the disciplinary committee pulled this morning. We say Slipher Football Club go get for play then rematch the last game against Bulom Stars. What's the reason for this? The reason, according to the report, now because then we get a mistake in the name for the player we been get 3 yellow card for Slipher will not be able to play the game, and after the result will be not happy when we make Slipher then a relegation zone. Because of that mistake that been done by the Premier League board secretary, that make the disciplinary committee don't pull what say the Premier League match between Bulom Stars and Slipher Football Club get for being played. What in this mean for we country in football? Analysts then will continue for build up to this one onto the next edition of the program on Sunday. We're in a sports update. We'll go look at this issue better with good analysis on the issue. But possibly what it go mean now that if the 2 clubs that will play the play match, if Slipher for win that game day, it go mean say then go get additional 3 points where they get in the last match where then get as at now Slipher get 38 points and Bulom Stars I think forget 41 points or 42 points at the table. So if Slipher win, it go mean say 38, 39, 40, 41, depending on the goals so they get one par Wusum Stars or Blackpool might get into relegation. This is not how things stand like inside the controversy when the replay of this fixture go get for happen. But continue for stay with we in the program and call when we open the phone line. The number 077-981-981. The number again 077-981-981 for be part of this edition and add the voice to the issues there. So as the program Sports Update Extra they continue. Now we'll talk about the preparation of newly promoted side Western United Football Club about the next encounter of the career as a club win a national top flight league. And for Kyle, we talk more about how this club prepare and waiting at the expectation we fans them forget or how they don't ready for competing inside this league. We get the public relations officer winner Raymond Ali for Western United. Good morning again and welcome to this edition of the program.
Good morning.
Tell us more bits about this club.
So Western United Football Club started off in 2022. So we come about. Okay. So good morning again. Western United Football Club started off in 2022. Since that time, we put together a group of young people with the aim of developing and nurturing talents. because in Sierra Leone where you get lack of infrastructure and a lot of things them wrong with how the development process of a player can go. Like you want to build up a system we can able for naturally develop a player, not just in physical strength but a wholesome development mentally, and also how he can able for carrying himself, because it's not just on the pitch but also off the pitch, and how then capable for be the elite kind of footballer. So that was the aim. So we decided to name the club Western United Football Club, because when you look at football gets some kind of a community, thing in it. And whenever you get a community attached to your team, your fan base, it gets that kind heaviness, that kind vibe, where then go carry it to the team. So Western United come with the aim of representing the Western area. So just like where you get Eastern Lions, and then you get Bow Rangers representing the people
of the South.
Yes, and then obviously you get other teams where they represent their own community and all. So then they bring kind of speed. Well, like if you play Waterloo FC now, the whole of Waterloo can support Waterloo FC. So when you get that community involvement in football, now in go help for make able for galvanize support and able for get people for get involved, stakeholders as well, and also we want, when you are talking about the team for the Western area, you go think about Western United Football Club. So that was the aim. We name them Western United Football Club, and we'll go with the tagline Wild Dogs. So like you say, a dog is a man's best friend, and whenever you go to people and you get certain people who can talk, say, you can see at the gate or something, right? They say beware of wild dogs. You understand? So it's some sort of a protect.
So this is that kind of team where always the deer, because they want to take the biggest move, and wild dogs they don't know how you come or what you carry. Then prepare for do it.
We'll prepare for do whatever we want to do. So we're not afraid of challenge. We're not afraid of competition. We want for able for come and then prove ourselves and show say yes we're capable of being where we are. So obviously it's because of the venture we don't take, the challenge we don't take, and because we overcome. I even then also say forget this interview, because if we not be able to overcome the challenges then they and reach to a point where it be considered success, I shouldn't be here.
Now let's talk about you mentioned say 2022
Yes.
When they start this club, the original idea what have been just for compete at the highest level, but now for just not young players them or nurture people that will get the talent in football. Also wanna start this one say let's begin going to national football. We don't get the kind of material we need. Let's begin going to division and see what we can do. If we go up and see what we can do.
Well, I want to assure you say I not categorically state say that was not the idea initially, but when we started off, we think say there is a process.
Okay.
In the holistic picture, obviously you get stand at the back of your mind, so you want to reach to the highest level possible in football, Sierra Leone football. But you get for start somewhere. You get for develop the talent. You get for reach a certain level. For some teams, then will take more years than waiting. We don't take for able for reach us out or reach you. So we're grateful that it was, a rapid process where we be able for, escalate to the players them, fans and stakeholders them. We'll be able to come on board, and then we'll be able for like a push for each of the level we did. So it was always there. It was part of our plan. Say we want for each to the highest level. So which is why we put every resources, time and energy in developing these players from the under 15, under 17. We'll make sure for say then get to the level we want them for compete against team the way then SSF. In their mind, footballers then get certain day. When you play, let we say, for instance, if you look at the most popular football, then when international football, when the likes of Real Sociedad say you play Real Madrid or probably something Elche, they play Real Madrid, you would think in their mind they can say these are big guns who they can play. Mentally go on for waiting. But I'm telling you the type of players that we have, mentally prepared and say it doesn't matter the name of the
club or the players they wouldn't get.
Yeah, we can meet. everything happens on that field. So that means say the mindset where you carry to prepare you for either challenge or for either walk away loser. And we don't want to make them get a loser mentality today. So it was always a plan. So we plan the team in this structure, get under 15, get under 17 training. All of these players are, so we make sure for say we get contacts and arrangements with them, and the one that maybe for select not only reach that professional level, it's that age range there. Make sure for say we get consent from them parents, get training programs there on a weekly basis. Make sure for say then they train, get attendance with them they waiting. Put them to a discipline regime way before say like then they go gym, get medical and all that and they for able for prepare them, let them know for say the professional one now so they like. And even to a point where you have to face media, because players now all over the world, you see a lot of content will be built on players them facing the media and waiting and they talk about teams, coaches, preparations and everything. So that as well be included in the development process for able to get them, for able to handle this type of situation and know how you're able to behave. They're not going to see Western United footballer, a player be associated with violence or violent conduct, or you see them say it behave in some sort of
we're not correct.
We're not correct. We before select society go look at them and say no, this was so not to say for behave. So we make sure for say we shape the mindset first of all in coming into the development process for say you get for get to that point you get for reach nationals, you get for go Premier League, and when you reach the Premier League there would be a chance that a scout will see you and then you might have a chance to move over like the Jumaba and the others. So now you see, so then get chance for go now bigger teams. You might have that chance. When you go there, how you get for handle yourself? You get for be able for prepare for that one day. Okay. So I'm telling you, it's not a mistake that we're here because it was intentional from the beginning.
Now take me to on a journey from Division 2, Division 1 onto here.
So the journey has not been easy, I can tell you, because when you try something and then you try, you fail, you get that reality check. Because when you come first, you come with a expectation, say, I'm good enough. And some of them players and players that we Mr. don't see, the one that we get some with team, we don't see, say, don't develop from community league, don't they play in a stone field, don't they play in a field, we get porto, gravel and all. So from the Division 2, Division 1 level, so when we get to the Division 1, because Division 2, obviously, I'm going to tell you, that might be probably sometimes one of the most easiest routes for get to the Premier League. You might play there, they're not used to community league, they're not used to that one day. So then they're able to play there and they're able to thrive. So when we get to the Division 1, which is one of the most critical period, so we are tempted first and then we fail. I will tell you that one day, but failure is a part of success. So when the players are not able
in the position in Usia.
So that was back then, because Ghana is 2026, so it was in 2024, 2025, 2024.
Okay,
yes.
2024 season.
2024. So basically, it was a reality check for the players. So then get to the point of almost getting to the Premier League, and it didn't work. So we said, "Oh, try again." First of all, one thing where you want, I feel so like you want to consider when you get to those points is that resources be spent on players, you know, and it's a lot of resource where they be spent in football, especially in Sierra Leone, where a lot of structure no dey. So when you think about, say, you get for can spend again that same kind of money, you know, for training, gym, medical, and all those things for getting players that are so for play. You know, it's difficult. So first of all, we'll make sure for say we intensify the training process, and we come in with new set of players then we're able for can join the club, and then help the younger players them, plus the one that maybe for say like more mature and able for handle themselves, for able for, you know, form a formidable squad we can able for proceed to the Premier League. So when we get to the Division 1 level, we played against, you know, tough opponents, and it gets to a point when we get to from the regionals, when we, you know, qualify and then get to the nationals. That was where the main thing come about. Now we play the likes of Man Pastors, We play the likes of Ramke from the south, and then Bombali Shabwa, and then we'll play prospects from the eastern region. And also we'll play the likes of, Waterloo FC, as I mentioned. Probably the easy way make, I don't mention for twice now, because we currently don't, we just don't conclude with pre-season tournaments, and we also done some friendlies then we before select would undertake for prepare the players then for the Premier League, and Waterloo FC was one of them. Because when we play them at the Nationals, we've been come out victorious 2-0. And before we play them, the match we played before, that was the match we qualify to the Premier League. And we've been feeling like the Waterloo match then will be like the toughest match we will play. But when we get there, we will become victorious 2-0. And now we play in the preseason tournament as well. And then we get a 4-1 victory over Waterloo FC as well. So it shows for us the team, they improve and they progress. There are lots of things we come, teams then they will before say like come up with contention about we goalkeeper, say hey, this is not eligible for play this, that, and waiting anything and they can happen in football. But like we'll be able to overcome that one day as well, and then get the players them for prepare, and say take this thing serious, and let's know that if we win this match and get to the Premier League, then we don't achieve a goal. And it was a really beautiful moment.
Getting into the Premier League is one. The only interview I get to the head coach, he say, "Una no the camp for camp participate for participate sake. Una the camp for camp compete, and the target for the first season now for them are the first 5." What are the realities behind the scene where they should say things that they really get for be achievable?
So there was no lie told there by the head coach. I think structure get for be one of the things behind closed doors where you go get for think about when you're going to the Premier League. The structure get for be different from that where you get for Division 1 or Division 2 or any other competition where the club don't face. So you get for able for get 10 players there also for no say. They never take the training quite seriously. You get for look at key addition that we get for put to the team, because for every season you get for strengthen. And this now the people that would go meet now real gladiators, people that way before selecting can hurt you in any way possible. And when you look at the Premier League, you get names that we already familiar. Where say them people as you go out, then you need to consider them for relegation and all that kind of thing. And so you go know for see you get first of all like 4 or 5 teams where before say get for day, we get for stay in the Premier League. So you fit where you get for fit. I will make sure for see you fit with the rest of the other teams that we there. So Western United make sure for say we come in with new addition. So there are names we probably will get for announce later, because whenever you do on the negotiation processes and where you not confirm anything yet, obviously it's not viable for make that we announce here and this and that and all that kind of thing. But I assure you, there are key, arrangements going behind closed doors. We sooner or later will be able to come out to the public and say these are the additions, the key additions.
Some of them mix with players will get for come outside Salo.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So players, coaching staff, and all that thing they put in place, with the work on under currently, and also, trying to get each and every player registered for the new, season. Yeah. So, getting all of that done is a whole process. You get for set up a whole new structure. So it's tedious and quite different from waiting. You already sense the level. You didn't say level don't change. I think sit down the back now another key thing when you develop for going to the Premier League, it give you that sense say yes, you don't come up from that baby business. Now this is actually big thing. So like meeting with key stakeholders from communities as well in the Western area for able to come on board and able to get, larger numbers in support. When you get game or match day, you go want for able to get a lot of people will come on board for able to support the team, and because at the first time this should come.
Yeah, because that are one of the things they were also keen about. You say Western United, a team we can represent the Western area, and if you look at the Western area, most of the teams already in the western part of Freetown, they don't pick location. Star Sports then get the axis where they look at. Blackpool, the original foundation, King Tom Kuto Road, Blackpool, Eastern Lions Magazine, Port Authority by Bure. You get FC Kalona, we don't say Angola Boys and things like that. Una say Western very big. Whether not the rural or the urban, you go get for Kamika and clear. But how una really get for make sure say the support tap across and the numbers they show.
Alright, so as I say, there are certain meetings being held with stakeholders from different section from the western area. So when you mention the King Tom, the Aberdeen area, and all the Lumley area, and all those areas way before select you mention, whether urban and the rural as well, where you be mention. Now Western area, Western United Football Club, be named Western United Football Club for the Western area. So it means we are not just limited to King Tom or Aberdeen or Lumley area or whatsoever. As I say, you want to get the team where you look at when you talk about Western area, where go able for represent the whole of that area. Anybody from them communities and the way you don't mention can able for get identification with Western United Football Club. So we're not just the limiter to one particular area or waiting. I know say like most people go to see and say yes, you go one for mention one time waiting, but this is not the case. We cannot mention say Aberdeen or Aberdeen Road.
Okay.
Now then side and then before
is it by the players they outside and come out, or because I asked this for understand how then community and the club really connect. For example, like you say, put more to say money. For example, if my community team, we like me, at the Aberdeen Road Ban Lane, if my community team they go play, and we know say our community team they go play because we get people them where they part of the organization, where they go down inform the community. We as community residents, we get responsibility for go watch the game and be part of or support the community. And I talk about the connection because if then communities and they, yes, you might make sense on paper, then really get connection with the club, or the club don't build connection with them. When you reach them for support, all my responsibility say Western United and Mijazi on a team for support.
Alright, so I understand what you say. Now when it comes to that connection day, Western United, when you mentioned just now, say you come up from Banlin, the Aberdeen and Aberdeen Road axis. So when we started off, we start the club at that area, then other will come out. So you go think and say sometimes just limited to Aberdeen or Aberdeen Road people. Obviously shout out to them because they've given their support. But we get players and we come from different communities as well, from the Tembeton community. We get a lot of players and from within we come out there. Some we come out now, the Brookfields community. From Robert Street area, they ended in there. We get lots of players them around there. And in the Lumley axis back, we get lots of players and back we come out from there. So like we already don't get connection from then different communities and there, as I say. So whenever we get match, we get representation from all them communities and there. We get representation from all them communities and they where they come on board. But we look and say we're getting bigger, we're going bigger, and we cannot be just vague with the type of people and we before select we would expect say for can support. So as I say, the communities and more list so for you, then communities and they are already involved. But we want for able to get more communities than from the Western United for expand more, for come on board and able to get that support we need.
So team there, apart from a player and performance, even with support, therefore the fear say the young team they turn big boys.
Yes, the young team they turn big boys, and I like that stage better because even the fans as I said don't feel say level don't change. And one message will we give to each and everybody, the players and the fans, now for able to maintain a certain standard, Sierra Leone football for able to be represented in the highest possible standard, as we can see. In fact, Salon are the place where they talk about international football more than any other thing. Probably more than even how, well, let me say, as of late, now we don't see for say like the involvement into the local football really don't get that kind vibe
Attention.
that attention there, because when you see the rise of social media, the technology improvement and all the things that will happen on the social media space, you don't know for say there are lots of opportunities now for team them for able for showcase waiting and they do and able for show waiting Salon football really mean. So that is, I'm going to say kudos to the SLFA, WAFA and all, for put together competition, get teams then together, for able for, compete and then show for Salon football really, an attractive league. So that now something will be for select we don't make known to the fans and to the players. That if we're going to represent, let's be an example, for sure for say, Salon football gets structure. Salon football can able to get to the highest possible level with the discipline and the nurturing way it takes for players them, for able to play and compete not just now, but with any other team from outside Salon, so if you can able to compete with that one day. So it's a lot. We don't go into preparing the players, the fans, the coaches, and staff of Western United FC for no for say this not to picking business again. And now don't compare the real business.
Okay, continue for still to you, Monali. They take short break now, but we open the phone line, Fambul, for you when they listen to it from wherever they get to from on air and online, our Facebook and YouTube page. Remember, say cable for using number now 077 981 981 077 981 981. Now the number we go use to be part of this edition and add the voice to the different team them or they look at. So you can ask a question or make a contribution at the comment section on Facebook and on YouTube, Radio Democracy page. And we'll take this break. When we come back, we can know more about the club, other than the coach, other than the captain, and other than some of the names they will for expect will be done there with the team coming into the top flight National League, and maybe how you, if you support Western United, can be part of the club, buy jersey and things like that. Will they take this break?
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That na Sports Update Extra, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday, as you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them like football,
Little chance for a marker now. Cyrillion with a magnificent equaliser.
cricket, with other sporting discipline them, plus policy statements them.
Having overt conflict that will affect the sport, the legislation gives us the powers to deregister you.
And international sports news, fixture, and results from top league them na Europe. So, for just 45 minutes every day, listen to Sport Update Extra on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from 10 o'clock morning to 10:45, as you self will get a chance for add your voice to the program.
Update Extra, they continue 077 981 981 at the number we go use 077 981 981. We'll take with first call inside the program. Hello, caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Mr. Jaffa, how are you?
How do you do fine? How yourself?
Thank you. I like the government.
Yes, Alaji, what's not the contribution?
This issue of this team management don't count for this thing. It looks embarrassing. Why do you have to repeat the same mistake? I think say it's too bad for when they do and after they always come after they don't shower praises on the last premiership board, they don't do a very perfect job. Now they can't program play and back. For can't say to a game where you go for the Borussia not say to that thing. Long time. Then now they can't do in case now the team goes wrong, the guy talks sooner. That means that program for good on. Then shower how that thing will bring out that issue. It's embarrassing, So Why do they praise people the way they don't know? How do they assess for praise people? This is very wrong. Praise somebody after all, do thorough assessment, you know, they report the disaster, Marco again. But again, Marco is not deserve. That is not deserve to praise the praise there. Just for me. Thank you.
Okay, 077-981-981, 077-981-981 are the number we go use. Call now for make your contribution and ask questions on the different thing them where we look at inside this edition. 077-981-981, 077-981-981 are the number we go use. As the phone line open now, you can call for make your contribution and be part of this edition of the program where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy. The program now Sports Update Extra, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. They continue the discussion. Raymond Ali, let's look at coming into the league. Tell us more bit about who that get for head the team going into the league, and maybe the captains, and give us more bit about the players them we come off from the Division 1 or national playoff, where they come with the team, where people for expect for see.
Okay, so in preparations with regards the head coach, you know, as I say, when we get certain negotiations on board and certain things not confirmed, we can't be able for, you know, come out and announcing this and that, but sooner or later, probably I might come back here, and then I'll go able for, you know, announce down there to you, say this is actually the head coach we will carry go into, you know, the Premier League. So you know that the coach we take away from the Division 1 to the Premier League, Yellowman, you know, he actually do a great job. But then when you look at license level going into the Premier League, you get able to get a coach, we're able for match one day, and that is something that we're working on, and we already don't get preliminary meetings, and we're trying to conclude on that one day, and once it's done, we'll announce to the public. So that is something we before say could work on. And then when you talk about players and they will don't get all in to this team, you know, during the division, you know, from the regional coming into the national. We've been obviously one of the star players, and we been really get a bad injury ACL when Sanu Conte. So Sanu Conte, he is actually the captain of Western United Football Club, you know, but then when he gets injured, we've been for hand him over to the vice captain when Peter Mada Bechwa Koti. So now I'm currently now the captain of Western United Football Club, while the actual captain, they go to a medical for able for get back strongly and then play with the team. So you know how injury can be for players, and we don't use for playing at the top flight, you know, league. During the division, we try for Tram in 1 or 2 matches them, and we see for say he can't proceed. That was one match we play and even get the assist, but you see for say the struggle. So we get for pull them out and then make sure for say we put them through a program, and now it go to treatment for make sure for say it come back strongly. So you gotta expect the likes of the Mada Bechwa Koti, you know, and you know James Bechwa Koti as well. They are both brothers. You know, Kemo Sise, one of the best, you know, left back that we will see, you know, in football, able for press and then defend back at the same time. And you also get the likes of Ezekiel Fofana. So Ezekiel is one of the brightest talents and we'll get Western United Football Club. You know, like what you see Bobo, you know, really they push. Bobo brilliant with the ball, in know how for hold the ball, and can always say proximity to the ground level. Like when you get the likes of Lionel Messi and all, able for help you. So it gets that kind of structure, they get that kind, you know, posture there. So then they help them, and really they play well with the team. So then players are, so I think saying players that we don't come up from the development level of the team. We don't go with the team. They'll reach to this point and now they go to the next. They've always been there. And I feel you go expect for see them players also again. They with the team, coming into the Premier League. With other additions, then we obviously we go get for no later as we get them done.
Now, we'll talk about how people can be part of this one, because obviously as a club, you go one way they play, you see jersey in the stands. In that light day, when I don't pull out jersey for the next season.
So currently we'll not pull out jersey yet, but we'll work on the design, and also to work on sponsorships, getting people on board. And when say sponsorship get for coming, people then they will go want front of the jersey, some man at the shorts or back of the jersey, or maybe the sleeve or whatsoever. So a lot of thought process get for going into the final design.
Yeah, I can look like it not be awkward.
Exactly. And then you get for accommodate all those sponsors, or partners, and we get for did it. So obviously we think of getting a training jersey, and then get the main jersey we then get for use, and then obviously the one we get for go to the supporters them get for be identical with the one we then get for go to play with. It's how it works. So you will get different other edition of the jersey, but like we want to able for create that kind new design from waiting that are used to, so that at least it will look fresh and it will look new to people then. Okay. So we still work on those designs, and all of those things go get for come out. Now you have to expect this, because this is our first time coming into the league, and a lot of things will be done behind closed doors for able to get the final thing out there. But once that jersey is prepared and is released, obviously everyone on 98.1 will know, your sports show will know, okay. And then I shall see UCSF go and get one jersey.
So what's that Western United in color?
So Western United we color now pink and black. So now the main color that one day. So when you think about those colors, first of all, black gets some kind of a toughness way it is show. It gets that kind of grit to it. And then when you think about pink, obviously it gets that flamboyantness and that flashiness, that creativity, that style and everything. So it's a blend. It's a blend of that creativity and that grit where you go able for push and then able for get things done how you want them to be done. So like those are the colors we choose for Western United football.
So like a new club like Western United, we get vision for expanding to different communities. If any person at that community they also want to be a member in this club, how we can go about this?
So if you want to be a member of the club, there would be a membership form, but you go get for visit the office, for talk to the Secretary General. The Secretary General now, Arthur Pierce.
Okay.
And then we also the office then at 114 Paremba Road, 114 Paremba Road, around the main street, Thunder Street, and then Christchurch access.
Okay. So
now the office there, so you can come to the office or probably call. Me line, and there's another line we could call 030-200-555 or 030-9699-33. Call the number and then we go give you direction, say come to the office, get the membership form, and then we see how we can able for proceed now and go forward with our one day. And we already get a fan base group actually.
Okay.
So the fan base group as well can help you for able for be part of the team, get updates on matches who they play, friendlies, and get updates on any developments where they come about the team. We also get a Facebook page, Western United on Facebook, so you can check there back as well. We get updates and all, Instagram, Western United Football Club. So you can check there and then you will see some of our updates then. But you can be part of the fan base group as well. And we also they put together a structure for that fan base. We will also get their own chairman and get their own people then we before select they run that fan base.
Okay. So by the way, before we round up, is it Tsunaga friendly today?
Yes. So the friendly match against Eastern Lions. In fact, right now I've been supposed for Didi, but I didn't also right now for attend to waiting we ever talk about. So yes, so the friendly matches them way before select would put together, and the pre-season tournament I will just prepare for going to the Premier League. So we choose the likes of Eastern Lions for play today, which is quite a big match. You know, for make sure for say the team face that kind of opponents when of FIBA like because na pre-season we just play team then no way because they're easy teams. Play then kind team then they wait on then at the Premier League. Let you see whose level you did. Let you see your weaknesses, see who's you need for strengthening, and then move on with that one day. So that is it.
So when they play the time and if possible.
I think say the game currently they're on.
Okay.
So I will get for wait for able to get updates on that match day, so that at least I can able for get that one day. But like that's it.
Okay. Well we're not gonna better time again. So they go. What's not the message to the Premier League, in particular, clubs and other one the way they watch and do people who want to be part of Sport Update for Adam Boys.
Okay, so the message I want for Guy to them is that I want to make Lona know say Western United Football Club is actually ready. We're actually prepared and we're ready to face the Premier League.
Brace up yourself and ready for another sports program. That's Sports Update Extra. Where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM from Monday to Friday. As you will get detailed discussion and analysis on team them, the football,
Chance for
market
now.
The best that we have. And we're hoping that we get the best results at the end of the day.
With
And we're
other
coming to
sporting
stay.
disciplines.
Okay, thank you for joining today inside this edition. We would like for continue to go further, but because of time, we'll tap this edition. So plenty thank you, Monali, for you be part. Don't forget it from other
And
time.
international.
And also plenty thank you to the listeners and viewers that wouldn't be part of this edition. It'll be very, very interesting. And plenty thank you to producer Wena Musa Kama and to the technical person on duty Wena DJ Caps. May Kama Bangwa make on see live and the Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. May we bring canton on this one family.